draft Thorn and try to play very safe and passive around orbs. And the other team, they would pick like Raygon and they just run at you. And time after time, we saw the Raygon strategy pull ahead. So it seems like the aggressive way of playing is just like, it just beats the defensive way right now. So I expect to see a lot of Raygon bans in attempt to like slow down the aggression and kind of slow down the pace and make those Thorn drafts more feasible.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the reason I also mentioned it, already we see immediately Raygon being restricted by Space Station Gaming against Angry Face. If you're not familiar with how the ban process works, it only restricts it for the opposing team. So Angry Face, they banned out Iva for Space Station. They can still pick Iva. So we were talking about this beforehand. Blackie plays a lot of Raygon, and past him and Rook, he doesn't really have a lot of options for melee, so Space Station really trying to play around that right now.
Yeah, so Angry Face, composed of Crooks, Guess, and Blackie. Like we mentioned, Blackie kind of his hero pool is very small.
Yeah.
It's more of a hero puddle and then a pool.
Oh.
He can play kind of like Raygon and Rook in the melee phase.
Now, is it a puddle I would avoid like when I'm crossing a street, or would I just walk through it?
Space Station Gaming seems like they're trying to avoid it.
Yeah.
See, they banned out the Raygon. They're trying to like they're trying to tiptoe around it. Yeah, trying not to go in that pool, because when you see Blackie on Raygon, it's gross.
Yeah.
He is so incredibly good. So the Raygon's restricted. Rook is Blackie's only other comfortable melee character right now, it seems. And the older, Guess, a natural pairing for the Rook. And Guess, a little bit of backstory on him. This dude's been around since like the dawn of Battlerite. I remember playing against him in tournaments. He's been playing older since Battlerite was a thing. So he's very comfortable on this character, and this pairing is a very natural one for Angry Face once the Raygon is pulled out of their pool.
And I love how you kind of called this, that Space Station, when they were going to play around the Raygon, they probably anticipated a Rook pick coming. So they're going to try to play a little more defensively with a Thorn Uldor combo and just playing back a little bit and allowing them to come in and try to position off of that. So you called it. Yep. Well done.
Woo, go me.
It's like you know.
It's like I've done this before.
It's amazing. But a double Uldor pick. The last pick's coming in. Angry Face picking up Ashka, and Space Station Gaming picking up the Destiny.
This is a very uncharacteristic draft for SSG. I actually really like what Angry Faces have done. They've made it a little bit difficult for Averse. He's not able to play either of the two characters he'd like to in this given comp. Generally, Iva is a very natural character for Averse, who's kind of taken a backseat on the team. Space Station Gaming used to be driven by Averse, but Averse has now been putting a lot more focus on enabling Proster, the melee to succeed. Destiny, a very good character at dealing damage and being like that kind of like utility character that can throw out imprisonments and throw out the wall to try to shut people off. But she's not as quite as helpful as the Iva with the Zap Shield for the melee. But Space Station Gaming have actually done an amazing job drafting around this, because they picked a melee that does not need so much support. Thorn, very self-sustaining and very good with this Destiny. Space Station Gaming really drafting well, even though Angry Face came in with a strategy to negate what Space Station wanted to do.
Yeah, completely isolate, really Averse with those two.
So really great job by Space Station Gaming working around those drafts.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to get this game underway real shortly. And thank God, North America, with the first game, we saw a lot last week of double supports. And I just want to renew my hate for double support. Thank you for not going double support.
I like double support.
We appreciate you. You like double support.
I like watching good battle.
Yeah, well.
Whoa, Jorby, what's this map?
Wow. We are on Skyring Day.
What is this? This is such a tight up-close map. It's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out. The Rook already using his M2. This is not going to be a good look for Blackie, as he's been chunked already so hard by Bloom.
Oh, and trying to pull and get some damage on Destiny, but he's got Ashka in a little bit of danger. Rook trying to get in on Uldor, trying to confirm the orb. Can he get it in time? He blocks Uldor away from it and confirming it with Space Station Gaming.
Crooks is getting bopped, Jorby. Crooks is just getting absolutely bopped. The Molten Fist forced out by the Thorn pull, but still the Thorn aggressing onto him. Proster not having to back out until now, and the green shards are available for him when he chooses to. However, he's going to go back in and continue to help out his allies. Crooks and company are back in their spawn.
Yeah, they got pushed back a little bit, but they were able to bail out Blackie. Blackie was in a little bit of trouble. That was just good repositioning by Angry Face, but they're just losing health and get pinballed to death. High score.
He's a pinball wizard, dude.
Pinball wizard. Space Station Gaming gonna take game one. So it was good. I like the repositioning by Angry Face. 2 different times they were in a really tough spot and were able to get back on the right side of where they needed to be, and then there was no follow-up. They had popped every defensive cooldown that they had. They had no escape against Space Station.
Yeah, Proster just kind of walked at him. Proster just kind of walked at him.
I mean, that's all he had to do.
You want me to?
So much pressure, man.
There's more analysis I could do.
No, you don't have to. Sometimes it's as simple as he just walked at him.
Less is more.
Less is
but
more.
no, the Thorn, he aggressed in, and he really took control of this map. And something very important about Skyring's A, look at those chokes in the center, Jorby.
Yeah.
They're so small. If you ever get caught out of them like Angryface did, getting back in and getting to that center orb is so difficult.
Trying to pull in Blackie's in a little bit of trouble, takes a lot of damage. Able to get back, deals some right back.
Ooh,
Nice Thorn.
Yeah, the Rook doing a much better job here. Hasn't been chunked quite as hard. However, he doesn't have any energy, and that's quite problematic, but a beautiful orb steal. Nicely done by Blackie, and they're going to find the kill on a verse. Angryface, let's not count him out just yet, Jorby.
Guess was just absolutely going in on a verse, and he got deleted from the game. Now we're going to all get the stun right onto... Oh, Eldor gets him out. All right, that's fine. Oh,
baby.
Eldor. Ashka getting the ult there, so a good comeback.
Yes.
Quick comeback, not letting things get out of hand quickly for Angryface. They're going to pull this victory out unless something absolutely ridiculous happens. But
yeah, a couple key things went differently this round. Angryface, they did not get choked out of center, and that's so incredibly important. The other thing that stood out to me was Blackie. Blackie's performance was much more stable. He didn't get chunked nearly as hard by the combination of Bloom and Proster.
That orb steal was pro.
And that orb steal, absolutely. That's my third point. He got so much energy from it, and he did a good job maintaining enough energy to both eat and continue walking in and threatening Smack that he was able to have a much more successful round. And even though Blackie's score doesn't reflect it, he was the difference maker this round.
It kind of crunched them down together. We saw at the beginning of the round, Rook rushing in and really kind of pancaking them together.
Yeah.
Eldor and Ashka were really getting that lower choke point and keeping them right in that center, like you were saying, on that chokehold in the center of the map. It was really well played by them. So if
look at that dog.
What? Wait,
it was one of the
that
mounts.
dog.
It was
okay.
the mounts.
Yeah, I was like, what? I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Game number 3.
Oh, guess. Hitting that counter. Unlucky. A huge punish would have likely come off of that, but a verse, he's gonna luck out that time.
Oh, a lot of damage done by Blackie. He's gonna try to sandwich Thorn.
Oh.
Can't get a lot of damage off to him. Regrowth is just giving all of his health back. Ashka's in danger. Ashka in danger. Burrow goes right on top of him. Eldor tries to bail him out. Gets in front of him. There's just so much pressure against Angryface right now. Ashka goes down. There is no escape from that.
Yeah, Blackie had a hard time finding anything that round. He kind of charged into the back line. He got onto the right side of the map in the right choke, but Space Station Gaming did a great job navigating around him and just kind of kited away. After that charge was hit, we saw Space Station Gaming all walk to the left through the center and hold in at the next choke where they focused down Crooks. And Crooks just ended up taking so much damage so quickly that he couldn't handle the pressure.
This team is so reliant right now on Blackie's ability to be able to initiate first. You have to force the other team to react to Rook. You can't let them get the upper hand early. You can't let them initiate, because for Rook it's so hard to counter initiate after that. He's so good at charging in head first. I mean, his whole kit is built around just diving right in and getting caught out in the middle. He's going to take a lot of damage.
Crooks getting that pull from the Thorn Proster, forcing Ashka to take that quicksand. So much damage onto Crooks so early. He uses the firewall. Jorby, but a triple pull! And the stun, so much damage coming out. My God, Angryface getting blown up.
That was absolutely clinical, pulling it down and taking Ashka out of the game. And Eldor's gone too here in a second. That was absolutely incredible play.
Yeah, seeing all three of those characters grouped up and pulled in by Proster, a beautiful recognition of the situation they were in. Proster capitalized beautifully, and with it got a huge punish on all three of the members of Angryface. That was Proster at his finest.
We are seeing Space Station Gaming right now, and what I was hoping we would see, I think, mid-season form in this game right now. 2 back-to-back dominating rounds in this game so far.
Yeah, that was pretty hot. That was hot.
That was hot BPL action.
Hot
as you
BPL
like to say.
action. Yeah, shout outs to my Twitter.
Gotta love that.
But Angryface getting absolutely destroyed this last round. We'll see if they can hold and make an adjustment. The Destiny wall already being thrown up, posting up, trying to get that damage onto the Ashka, and Averse has done just that.
Trying to catch out this Thorn as he tries to cause havoc in the back line. Rook coming back. A lot of damage coming out against him.
Ashka,
got pulled. Yeah, Ashka pulling a lot of damage. Eldor going in on him as well, but Blackie taking a good bit. He's got to pull off here. Oh, he's going to go straight back in.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage. A nice counter, forcing out both the space of the Older and getting damage onto Ashka. A lot of pressure being put out by Averse's abilities right there, but he's starting to take quite a lot of damage himself. Proster, he's trying to buy space, but now the damage is starting to come up on him. Space Station Gaming, they're falling behind and they're getting caught out in this choke. The Older ultimate is thrown in. It hits onto the Rook. They might get the burst. and he gets popped.
As soon as that Eldora ult came in, I'm like, he's done. Blackie has no escape because he just rushed in. There was nothing he could do about it. The stun came in, huge damage from Destiny, and Space Station Gaming are not letting up.
Dude, it looked so bad. It looked so bad for SSG as they got forced out that top choke. I thought for a second they might just not be able to make it back in, but SSG, the world champions, finding their way back in, and Bloom with a beautiful older ultimate, recognizing the situation that the Rook was in. No M2, no way out of that older ultimate, and the punish off of it, a kill. Bringing them back into this round out of a beautiful second of awareness from Bloom. Great play from SSG.
Yeah, and great job kind of avoiding Rook, and Rook has kind of gone in. His cooldowns have been down. There were 2 separate times he kind of got caught out and had to just wait while his teammates were taking damage. There wasn't much he could do about it with both his counter down. And in this game, he's going in hard right now, trying to get damage right on the Thorn.
Oh, Blackie, he gets his counter proc. That's so fortunate for him, as that situation would have been hell had he not. But the damage is still starting to come out onto Crooks. Nobody on Angryface looking too healthy. And SSG, they get an orb for free, Jorby.
Yeah, a free orb with just a lot of pressure coming in from Prosper.
Oh, that's stun though. Guess getting a lot of damage, but another counter proc. That sloppy play, Angryface. You can't hit those counters. You need that punish. And Blackie is the one that's going to take all of this punish. Blackie getting eaten alive.
Did not matter. He hit his counter. He was trying to escape. Averse was hitting every single shot on him, just tracking him like a laser beam. Not able to escape him at all, and just got annihilated. Space Station
Oh,
Gaming.
but Averse, he's getting very low. He gets spaced over by Bloom. Bloom doing what he can to keep Averse alive. He will be successful, and guess all that's left. Don't think he's going to be able to pull this one back. And Space Station Gaming, they drop round 2, but look dominant in the other 5.
That was really quick.
Yes.
Those were really quick games.
That-
Space Station Gaming showing you why they're probably definitely the best team in North America.